अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों, आज एक नई वीडियो के साथ आपकी खिदमत में हाज़िर हूँ। मैं आपके लिए लेके आया हूँ इंग्लिश लिटरेचर के रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड के ऐसे 100 बेहतरीन MCQs जो हर दूसरे इम्तहान के अंदर अपीयर हो रहे हैं। अगर आप इंग्लिश लेक्चरर, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर इंग्लिश, UGC नेट या इन जैसे जितने भी एग्ज़ाम की तैयारी कर रहे हैं, या फिर इंग्लिश लिटरेचर के अंदर MPhil PhD के लिए यूनिवर्सिटी के एंट्रेंस टेस्ट के अंदर अपीयर होने जा रहे हैं, तो ये वीडियो सिर्फ आपके लिए है क्योंकि इसमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट MCQs आपको मिलने वाले हैं और पूरा रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड इसमें इंशाल्लाह कवर हो जाएगा। तो वक्त ज़ाया किए बगैर हम चलते हैं अपने MCQs की तरफ और पहला MCQs देख लेते हैं। पहला MCQs, द रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड इन इंग्लिश लिटरेचर बिगन इन। रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड कब स्टार्ट हुआ था? तो दुरुस्त जवाब है 1660 में। द रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड मार्क्स द रिटर्न ऑफ विच मोनोआर्क। कौन से मोनोआर्क का रिटर्न हुआ था रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड में? तो 42 दुरुस्त जवाब है। विच हिस्टोरिकल इवेंट डायरेक्टली प्रोसीडेड द रिस्टोरेशन। कौन सा हिस्टोरिकल इवेंट जो था वो उसके बाद रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड हुआ था? तो इंग्लिश सिविल वॉर के बाद ऐसा हुआ था। द रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड इज़ प्राइमरली एसोसिएटेड विद रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड। बुनियादी तौर पर इसकी खुसूसियात क्या थी, किससे एसोसिएटेड था? तो स्टायर और कॉमेडी इसके इम्पोर्टेंट फीचर थे। विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग राइटर इज़ नोन एज द फादर ऑफ इंग्लिश स्टायर इन द रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड। रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड में इंग्लिश स्टायर का फादर किसे कहा जाता है? तो वो जॉन ड्राइडन थे। जॉन ड्राइडन्स प्ले राइटिंग इज़ करेक्टराइज्ड मेनली बाय। जॉन ड्राइडन की राइटिंग की खुसूसियात क्या थी? तो वो हीरोइक ड्रामा लिखते थे और यही इसकी खुसूसियात थी। द पीरियड सा द रिवाइवल ऑफ विच टाइप ऑफ थिएटर। तो दुरुस्त जवाब है रिस्टोरेशन कॉमेडी ऑफ मैनर। विच ऑफ दीज इज़ फेमस रिस्टोरेशन कॉमेडी? द वे ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, जो विलियम कॉन्ग्रीव ने लिखी थी। विलियम कॉन्ग्रीव इज़ बेस्ट नोन फॉर एज कॉमेडीज़। A key feature of restoration comedy is wit and style of social manner. Which female playwright become famous in the restoration period? Aphra Behn जो थी वो restoration period में मशहूर हुई थी। Aphra Behn is known for being the first professional female playwright. Which of the following is Aphra Behn's famous play? तो ये रोवर उनका एक बहुत मशहूर ड्रामा था। Dryden famous style against literary critics is make Fleckno. The political context of restoration literature include all of the above. Dryden, Absalom and Achitophel is an example of political style. Which poetic form was revived during the restoration period? तो heroic couplet जो थी वो रिवाइव हुई थी रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड में। द रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड इज़ ऑफन कॉल्ड द एज ऑफ रीजन एंड विट। ड्राइडेंस ऑल फॉर लव इज़ रीवर्किंग ऑफ विच शेक्सपियर प्ले। एंटनी एंड क्लेपट्रा का ये एक रीमेक था, ये कह सकते हैं। विच जेनर डोमिनेटेड प्रोज ड्यूरिंग द रिस्टोरेशन पीरियड? तो हिस्टोरिकल ऐसे और पॉलिटिकल पम्फलेट जो थे वो एज अ प्रोज इस एज के अंदर लिखे जाते थे। Samuel Pepys is famous for his diaries. The Restoration period saw the beginning of which literary criticism method? तो ये neoclassicism था। Who is called the founder of English essay in the Restoration period? Restoration period में English essay का father किसे कहा जाता है? वो जोसेफ एडिसन थे। The publication The Spectator was co-edited by Edison and Steele. The Restoration theatre was notable for use of professional actresses. Restoration heroic drama is characterized by historical subject and rhymed couplet. Dryden's The Hen and the Panther is a religious allegory. The performed form of verse for restoration style is heroic couplet. The restoration comedies often explored courtly love and social manner. Which of the following is William Y. Charlie's famous play? Country Wife. William Y. Charlie's comedies are known for wit and sexual innuendo. The Restoration period is also called the age of wit and reason. Which female playwrights work often explored theme of love and gender? तो ये एफ्रा बेन थी। John Dryden, All for Love belongs to which literary genre? Tragedy. The Restoration period saw the rise of which literary movement? न्यू क्लासिकिज्म राइज हुआ था. इसके बाद द टर्म कॉमेडी ऑफ मैनर रेफर टू प्लेज satirizing social customs. Who wrote The Way of the Word? तो ये विलियम कॉन्ग्रीव ने लिखा था. Restoration poetry emphasized wit, vision and elegance. Epsilon and Achitophel allegorically deals with contemporary political events. Which literary device is heavily used in Restoration style? Irony. Restoration comedies often include intricate plots of love and intrigue. The first professional female playwright in England was Aphra Behn. Dryden's Make Flecknoe is a satirical poem. Which play by Aphra Behn deals with the theme of love, disguise and adventure? The Rover. Heroic drama in Restoration period is characterized by rhymed couplet. John Dryden served as poet laureate of England. The Country Wife by Charlie is famous for its sexual satire. Restoration literature was influenced by all of the above. The heroic couplet popularized in this period consists of two rhymed lines of iambic pentameter. Dryden's poem Annus Mirabilis celebrates the Great Fire of London. Which Restoration writer is known as the first professional woman of letter in England? Aphra Behn. William Wycherley's play often critic aristocratic manner. Dryden essay of dramatic poesy defends classical rules in drama. Which Restoration playwright wrote The Plain Dealer? George Farquhar. Restoration style often targeted court corruption and hypocrisy. Heroic tragedy is characterized by nobility, love and honor. The Way of the Word sterilizes marriage and social manner. George Etherege, the man of the mood, belongs to comedy of manner. Restoration poetry was influenced by French classicism. John Dryden was a pioneer in which poetic form? Heroic couplet. Make Flecknoe is an example of mock heroic satire. Aphra Behn's Orinoco is considered one of the best English novel. Restoration drama often portray wit, intrigue and sexual politics. Which period immediately preceded the Restoration? Puritan Commonwealth. Restoration theatre was notable for reopening of theatre after Puritan closure. William Congreve's style is known for witty dialogue and satirical humor. Aphra Behn often explored gender, colonialism and law. The Restoration period lasted roughly from 1660 से 1700 तक के दरमियान ही था. The prologues and epilogues of Restoration play often directly address the audience. Which Restoration poet wrote Epsilon and Achitophel? ये John Dryden थे. Restoration plays were frequently performed in indoor theatre. Restoration comedies focus on urban life and aristocratic society. John Dryden translated works of which classical author? ये वर्गल का था. Restoration period literature emphasized reason and clarity. The Rover by Aphra Behn is set in Naples, Italy. Which was king restored to the throne in 1660? Charles II. Restoration literature often satirized social pretensions and hypocrisy. The Restoration heroic drama was influenced by French theatre. William Wycherley is famous for which comedy? The Country Wife. George Farquhar is known for the recruiting officer and Bio's stratagem. Restoration literature marked the rise of professional author. Restoration theatre featured the introduction of actress on stage. Dryden Make Flecknoe mocks a failed poet. Aphra Behn was notable for being one of the first English women to earn a living by writing. Restoration heroic plays often ended with moral resolution or reward. Dryden preface often include critical theory and literary principle. The Restoration period is sometimes called the Age of Dryden. Satire and restoration often focused on court manner and politics. The Way of the Word is an example of restoration comedy. Restoration play included which type of character? Of love, Aphra Behn work helped establish women roles in professional writing. John Dryden literary criticism defended classical standard. Restoration heroic play were written mainly in rhymed couplets. Restoration comedy character often include witty lovers, fops, and clever servant. Which restoration playwright work contain sharp social style? William Congreve. All for Love by Dryden retells the story of Antony and Cleopatra. Restoration writer emphasized reason, wit, and urbanity. George Farquhar play are mainly comedies of intrigue and manner. Restoration literature is closely linked with the courts of Charles II. The Restoration period introduced professional female playwright and actress.